Hello everyone, this is Mike Sangvi from VM1.com and I'm back with another Google Cloud Platform Compute Engine tutorial video. In our previous videos, we learned about how to create a Linux VM instance for your website hosting. In our this and upcoming videos, we are going to learn about how to create a Windows Server VM instance for hosting your website. So this is the blog post which we are going to follow in this and in our upcoming videos. The blog post URL is available here, or you can check the description of this video. So what we are going to cover in this video, we are going to create a Windows Server 2016 VM instance, and then we are going to learn about how to install IIS, and finally we are going to download PHP, and then we are going to configure our web server to host PHP files. This is Mike Sangvi and thanks for tuning in the demo. In this video, for creating a Windows Server 2016 instance, we are going to first open cloud.google.com. So let me first click on, and then you need to click on console, and then you need to select Compute Engine, VM instance. Okay, so I already opened this page. Now here I want to create a new instance. For this I am to click on this, and if you don't have any VM instance created previously, then you are able to see this. So if you are able to see this, then you can click on this create button. Okay, so let me open this. Now first thing, we need to provide a name. I'm going to say it's Win 2016. Win 2016. I'm going to say Mayank tutorial, and let's say it's a vlog. Okay, and I don't want to change zone. I'm fine with this. Next, I want to change the boot disk. For this, I'm going to click on change, and we are going to select Windows. So Windows Server 2016 data center, and then I'm going to click on select. If you select your boot disk type, SSD or standard processing disk. Let's say I want to select SSD. I'm going to select SSD, and then I'm going to click on select. Now I want this server for web hosting, so that's why I want to allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Finally, I'm to click on create. The next thing, I want to check whether we are able to access our VM or not. For this, I'm to click on this IP address, and by default this URL is going to open using HTTPS. So that's why I'm going to first copy this, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to remove this S. So we are not able to access our VM using IP address. So why we are not able to access our VM? For this, let me first open our VM. And for accessing our VM, first we need to set a Windows password. So I'm going to click on set window password button. I am fine with the username. I'm going to click on set, and this is the password. So I'm going to click on this copy, and let me save this password inside Notepad. Okay, and I'm going to close this pop-up. Now I'm going to download this RDP file. Now we can use this RDP file to connect. I'm going to click on connect. Now we need to provide this password, so I'm going to copy this password, and then I'm going to paste it here. Finally, I'm going to click on this checkbox, remember me, and finally I'm going to click on OK. Again, click on yes, and I'm going to check this checkbox. Don't ask me again for connection to this computer. Okay, and then I'm to click on yes. So finally we are able to access our Windows Server 2016 VM instance. I don't want to share anything right now, so I'm going to click on no. So this is some server information. Boot time is this, CPU is this, default gateway is this, whatever, DHCP server is this, DNS server is this, free space is around 34.74 GB, and host name is this, IE version is this, IP address is this, logon domain is this, logon server is this, MAC address and machine domain, memory, network card. So this is some information for your this web server. Okay, now by default our server manager is open, and right now our IIS is not installed, so that's why we are not able to access our VM using IP address. How to confirm IIS is not installed? Let me first open run, and I'm going to say inet mgr. Windows could not find inet mgr. Make sure you type the name correctly and then try again. Okay, so let me click on OK, and let me show you one more way to check whether our IIS is installed or not. If IIS is installed, you are able to see it here, but let me show you another way. So I'm going to type control panel, and then I'm going to click on OK, and inside this I'm going to say let's say large accounts, and I want to check administrator tools. Open this, and in here we are not able to see anything for internet, anything for IIS. Okay, so we are going to first install it. For this I'm going to close this, and for installing IIS we are going to open our server manager, and inside this we are going to select I want to add roles and features. So I'm going to select this option, and then I'm going to click on next, and I want to, again I don't want to change anything here. I'm going to click on next. Again, don't want to change anything here. Click on next. Okay, now we need to select what we need to install. We need to install web server IIS. So I'm going to select this option. Yes, add features, and then finally we are going to click on next. Okay, the next thing I want, if you want to support .NET Framework 3.5, you can select this option, but I don't want .NET Framework 3.5 for my web server, so I'm not going to select anything from this. Then I want ASP.NET 4.6 support, so that's why I'm going to select this. And inside WCF services, I don't want anything, so I'm fine with this selection. Let's see whether we are able to find anything else. For the timing, let's say I want to select all this. I'm fine with this selection, and I'm going to click on next. Yes, web server role is IIS. Click on next. Now what we want in IIS. Okay, so I'm fine with the default selection. Now I'm going to add few more things here. I'm going to select FTP servers, and I'm inside application development, let's say ASP.NET 4.6. Yes, add the features, required features, and I also want to select CGI because I also want to install PHP. So that's why we are going to use CGI, because I want to enable fast CGI for PHP. So that's why we are going to select CGI option, and then we are going to click on next. Finally, this is the summary for all the features which we are going to install. I'm fine with the changes, so I'm going to click on install button. Wait for the installation to complete. Finally, all the selected features are installed successfully. So I'm going to close this and see. Now we are able to see IIS here. Okay, IIS is installed successfully. So let's see whether we are able to access our VM or not. Yes, now we are able to access our server. The next thing, we are going to install PHP. So let me arrange my RDP, because now I need to refer my blog post for installation of PHP. So we already performed all the steps. Now the installation of PHP, for this I'm going to click on this URL. Okay, now we are not installing PHP version 7.2. The main reason for this, at the time of writing this article or at the time of recording this video, PHP drivers for PHP driver, SQL Server PHP drivers for PHP version 7.2 is not available. So that's why we need to use PHP 7.1. So that's why we are installing PHP 7.1.5. So for IIS plus CGI, we are going to use non-thread safe. For this, I'm going to click on this zip file. I'm going to download this, and right now we are using our local machine, and this is our RDP connection. So let me minimize everything. Okay, so let me maximize this. I want to minimize this, and then let me arrange it here. If you want to know how to create a e-commerce website using PHP, if you want to know how to create a website using Angular, if you want to know how to create a website using Node.js, don't forget to click on subscribe. All this video tutorial series are available on our YouTube channel. So plus 14. So I'm going to search it on Google. So I'm going to click on download, and let's say I want to download 64. Why 64? Because we downloaded PHP VC 14, so that's why we are going to download the same. So let me click on save, and it is downloaded successfully. Now I'm going to click on show in folder, and let's try to drag and drop it here. So we are not able to drag and drop it. How to share our local drives so we can copy files from our local drive. Right now this is our Windows server. Share our E drive, and then we are going to copy. We are normally going to perform a copy paste operation, so we can copy our PHP zip file from our local machine to server. For this we are going to modify our Windows Server 2017 mytutorial.rdp file. Okay, and we downloaded this file by clicking on this and download the RDP file. Okay, so this is our RDP file, the same RDP file, and we are going to modify this so we can share our local folder. For this, let me first close this remote desktop connection, and then I'm going to right click on this, and then I'm going to select edit. Okay, so this is all our server related information. For personal, group or online training, contact us. Local resource. Inside local resource, let's click on more, and I want to share drives. Which drive I want to share? So I'm going to select E drive, and then I'm going to click on OK. That's it. Now I'm going to click on connect. My password is available, so I'm going to click on OK, and yes. So our files are available in E. We have tutorial Android. So I want these two files, so I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so our files are copied successfully. Now I'm going to first install this. So I'm going to double click on the installer. Yes, agree, click on install. Yes. Finally, I'm going to click on close. Next, we want to extract our PHP files. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to open Windows Explorer, and inside this, I'm going to select this PC. I want C drive, and I'm going to paste it here. Continue. Okay, and then I'm going to extract everything inside PHP 7.1.15, and then I am to click on extract button. Okay, so this is our PHP files. Now we need to open IIS, or let me first create an environment variable for PHP. So let me open a view, share home. Okay, so let me go this PC, and I'm to click on system properties, and then I'm to click on advanced system settings, and then I'm to click on environment variables. Inside this, I'm going to search for path, and let me open command prompt. I want to show you why we are adding PHP inside our environment variable. For this, I'm going to type cmd, and I'm going to type PHP version. So PHP is not recognized as an internal or external command, so that's why we are going to add our PHP folder inside our environment. So let me delete this PHP zip file, it is no longer required. continue, and I'm going to open this. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to edit. I'm going to new, paste. Okay. I'm going to open command prompt one more time, and then I'm going to say PHP version. Okay, so PHP version 7.1.5. Okay, so I'm going to close this. The next thing, we want to open IIS. So let me close this, and I'm going to open run, and then I'm going to type inet mgr. Okay, so this is our Internet Information Services version 10. I'm going to expand this, and then we are going to select handler mapping. I'm going to double click on this, and inside this I'm going to add a module mapping, and inside this I'm going to create a module mapping for all the PHP files. So start.php is my file name. The module I want is fast CGI module, and now we need to select the executable path. So it is C PHP 7.1.1.5, and inside this we need to select .exe, and then we have to select PHP CGI. Finally, I'm going to click on open, and I'm going to name it fast CGI, and then I'm going to click on OK. Yes, enable it. So this is our fast CGI for start.php. It is. And now the next thing I want is I want to restart my IIS server. For this, I'm going to select on this, and then I'm going to click on the start. Okay, and now we are going to test our first PHP file. For this, I'm going to click on sites, default website. Then by default, your default website is going to available in. Okay, now before this testing, I need to add a php dot ini file, and this is our php dot ini production which we are going to use. For this, let me first open file, and then I'm to select change folder and search option. I'm to click on view, and then I'm going to select I hide extension for known file types. I'm going to uncheck this. Finally, I'm going to click on apply, and I'm going to click on OK. I'm going to rename this, and I'm going to remove production. Yes. Now I want to edit this, and as a best practice, always create a copy for this. So I'm going to create a copy of this file. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, so this is the copy, and this is our notepad. So I'm going to copy few things from my blog post, so that's why I'm going to open my blog post here, and this is for Linux, I think. So I'm going to close this, and this is for our Windows VM instance. Okay, so we already perform all these steps. Inside this, we downloaded the PHP, we downloaded the Visual Studio 2015 registable. Now we extracted this file. Now we already perform. Okay, so we need to perform this step. We are going to perform it later. Let me first modify our php dot ini file. So this is first thing, we need to add an extension dir. So this is our extension dir. So I'm going to copy this path, and I'm going to open notepad, and we are going to first find Ctrl F ext extension underscore dir, and I'm going to uncomment this first. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to paste my extension directory folder here. And next thing I want is I want to check this option, and I want to enable this. Okay, so I'm going to remove this semicolon, and yes, I want this. Next is path info. Find next. Okay, we are not able to find this, so let me click on up. Again, I'm going to click on find. This is I want, and the value for this I want is 0. Next is force redirect. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here. Find down. Okay, in down we are not able to find it, so maybe it is available up here. I want its value to 0. Okay, and finally we need to change the error log directory. Find here. Okay, so I'm going to change this, and I want to save all this inside our PHP folder. So let me copy it. I'm going to open my notepad, and I want this to save here. Okay, so finally we are almost ready, and now we need to enable few extensions. So I'm going to find extensions, C extensions. So this is for MySQL I, this is for PDO MySQL, and that's it. Okay, if you want to enable PDO for SQLi, you can select SQLi also, so, SQLite. So you can enable for SQLite also. If you want to enable any other extension, feel free to enable those extensions. Okay, so I'm going to save this file, and now I'm going to close this. So all this thing is done. We already set the environment variable. Now only this thing is remaining. What is this? We need to add a permission. Okay, so I'm going to open this folder. I'm going to select C drive. I'm going to right click on PHP 715 folder. I'm going to click on properties. Inside securities, I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to click on add, and then we are going to click on advanced. I'm going to click on find now, and inside this we need to search for IIS user, IIS IURS, and then I'm going to click on OK. Let me confirm it. Yes, IIS underscore IUSRS. I'm going to maximize this, and I want permission for this. Modify, read and execute. Yes, I want everything except full control. I don't want to deny anything. So this is the permission for IIS user. Finally, I'm going to click on apply, and I'm going to click on OK. Again, OK. So this is done for PHP 7 configuration. Now we need to restart our IIS services. Okay. Restart. Now the last thing we want is we want to create a test PHP file, or we want to create a default document also. So let me first create a default document, and inside this I'm going to type index.php, and then I'm going to click on OK. Let me restart our services one more time. Let me restart IIS services one more time. So this is done, and now we need to select this, and I'm going to select right click load. So we are going to delete few things from here. I'm going to first delete this IIS start.htm, and yes, delete this. Now here we are going to create a new, or let me open Notepad as an administrator first. Notepad, I'm going to right click, run as administrator. Yes. Now inside this we are going to type PHP, and I need to display a simple message, hello VM1, and I'm going to save this file inside C initpub www root here. Okay, I want file type all, and then I'm to save index.php. That's it. Save this file, and now we are going to test this. Browse. Yes. Okay. I want to close this. Yes. So this is our PHP file. Our PHP file is executing perfectly. So let me again modify this, and this time I'm going to say PHP info. And let's refresh it one more time. Okay, so this is all about PHP information, and I'm going to close this. This is no longer required. And inside this again I'm going to say let me perform Control Z. Okay, so echo hello VM1 exclamation. Let me fix this. Okay, and we are going to check this from our local browser. Okay, so let me refresh it one more time, and this is our working IIS and PHP setup. Now in our next video we are going to install lots of things. So let me open my blog post, what we are going to cover next. Okay, so in our next video we are going to learn about how to reserve a static IP address for this VM instance. We are going to configure our domain and DNS entries. We are going to update name servers. We already performed all these steps in our video tutorials for create VM instance for Linux, but we are also going to our Windows VM instance. We are going to perform all these steps again. We are going to configure our web server so we can host a custom domain. We are going to add a subdomain. We are going to install SQL Server. We are going to configure SQL Server. We are going to allow a remote access for SQL Server. We are going to install PHP drivers for SQL Server. We are going to install PHP MyAdmin. We are going to install MySQL. We are going to install SSL certificates, and we are also going to check how to access our web server using FTP. That's it for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to click on subscribe, share it with your friend, provide your feedback, and see you all in next video. Some important URLs.